بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء نحوا سنقرئك فلا تنسى
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum, my beloved ones, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I would like to appreciate all those who benefited from the part 1 and part 2 of the lessons of the Quran for the beginners. There were several requests to produce part 3, and inshallah hopefully this part 3 is going to be beneficial. I just have a small request for all our beloved ones. The Prophet ﷺ said, the best amongst you is the one who learns recitation of the Quran and teaches others. خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. من تعلم القرآن, who learns the Quran and teaches others. So my request is that whenever you learn how to read, there are many, they are like you, they want to learn the Quran, but they might not have any opportunity. So teach the Quran to other people. Teach how to read the Quran. Even if you teach one person, that's the paradise for you, the paradise. So try to teach some people how to read Quran, and then they will learn how to understand the Quran as well. But understanding requires learning properly how to read the Quran. Many times the translations are not correct. Even the transliteration in English, the way it is, sometimes the letters are not pronounced properly. So it is always good, let people read the Quran in Arabic language, the way in Arabic scripture, the way in Arabic writing is presented. So now we come to our session today. This is part 3. Let me give you an introduction what is going to happen here. It's going to be in 4 stages. Stage number 1, someone who has watched video number 1, video number 2, and trying to connect the letters together. So that is the stage 1. So we have one of our beloved ones here. He's going to help us. He went through these stages. So he is going to reenact those stages. So that we can follow with him how the process of learning goes. Before, people are a bit hopeless. Oh my goodness, these are like so many letters in front of me, and like it looks like a hallucination and nightmare and all those kind of things roaming around. No. But then after you go through this stage after stage after stage, you will have that gladness. One of our community members, he is a very old person. He is hopeless. He was telling me, I can't read the Quran. I'll die without being able to recite the Quran, read the Quran. So I told them, let's try it out. And the same thing, I used the method, the way in part 1 and part 2 and this part 3, I used that method. And subhanallah, stage 1, he was really struggling. Then next week, we started stage 2. He was now better. And in stage 4, he was able to recite one ayat, okay, or let's say half a page he recited actually. And after that, you should have seen the gladness on his face, like he found great treasure. And there's no greater treasure than learning how to recite the Quran. You should really, that old person, I remember the face expressions. Oh my goodness, like what Eid day. There was no Eid day which would have made him that glad the way he finished reciting the Quran. He was very slow, but he was very happy that he was able to recite the words of Quran, and that's stage 4. After stage 4, you will have to do a lot of practices. So this is the summary of what we are going to do. We are going to see how stage 1 learner reads the Quran. He reads letter by letter, and then he makes a mistake. I'm not going to tell him, and this is a very important thing I need to point out. So you will see that error will be reenacted, you see, and I will not tell him that this is ta or ya. He will have to look at the paper, the sheet of the paper which is in front of him, and he will have to correct himself by himself. After repeated mistakes and repeated corrections, he will finally realize that yes, this is not ta and this is ya or otherwise. So this is how they learn. If I keep spoon feeding them that no, this is ta, read ta please, read ya, this is ya, they will never learn because they are spoon fed. So this is how you let them fix their mistake, correct their mistake. So this is our method, and inshallah we are going to start stage number 1. So you will see he will not immediately realize this. He will take some time. Ba, ta, ra, ba, ta, ra. Like that he's going to recite, letter by letter. You will see that I recite. So you can also read with him, and if he makes a mistake, try to find out the mistake by yourself before he finds out. He's going to spend like maybe 5 seconds or maybe 10 seconds looking at the paper to find out where is this. Maybe you can find the letter or the error he made before him. So let's see how inshallah our beloved brother reads the Quran as a beginner on a stage 1. So this is stage 1. Remember, if you have reviewed part 1 and part 2, if you have not, please review part 1 and part 2 so that when I explain, you are able to follow up with me. This is a sheet of paper. This is going to be, there's going to be a link or a PDF under the video. This you need to print out. Just look at the first row. Letter, when it is in a beginning, how does it look like? Remember that the boat and the ladies and all those kind of things we mentioned. When it is in middle, how does it look like? And when it's at the end, how does it look like? And it's better that if you can write on this paper, some papers they have already, that R, this B, T, those letters in English, write them down here on this paper, because that helps a lot to remember the pronunciation. He's going to correct himself. I'm just going to say no, just no. He will have to correct once, no, twice, no, thrice. I'll give him 3 chances. And if he can't correct in 3 chances, he will have to go back to the part 1 and part 2 video clips, okay? I may help him sometimes in 4 by telling him to look properly, look at the paper, but I will not tell him which letter is it. But I'm going to tell him, look properly, okay? Don't give up hope. You will be able to do it. You can do it. I've seen so many people who are uneducated and they were able to do it. So mashallah, most of the youngsters are educated. Most of the elders are very educated, very experienced. It's not a big deal to just get the hold of a bunch of 25 letters, multiply by 375 forms. That's not too much to put in the mind, but it needs practice. Please practice daily. At least read 1 word if you are a beginner, or 2 words, or only 1 line if you are a beginner. It will take like 15 minutes, trust me, to recite 1 line. 15, sometimes 20 minutes. But don't give up hope. Keep trying. And that 15 minutes, you'll be rewarded with great rewards by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's striving to reach out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to try to read the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is the miraculous word, and that has a lot of blessings. So please don't give up. Continue, and inshallah we will walk you through different stages. So let's start with stage number 1. So we want to bless our session with the blessing of the whole Islamic message, which started from the word read.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف ف
Nee.
قاف
Qaf. Yes, excellent. And what is on the qaf?
sign
Yeah, what sign is that?
سكون
Sukoon. Sukoon. Do you pronounce sukoon?
no
It's just the tip of the letter. So how will you say alif and qaf?
أق
Iq. Fantastic. And then
ز
nay.
دال
No. Look into your paper.
را
Ra. Yes. And what sign is on ra?
فتحة
Yes. So how will it be?
اقرأ
Iqra. But it's not iqra. There is something at the end of ra.
ألف
Yes. And is it a consonant or it is a vowel?
it's a vowel
Vowel, does it have a sign on it?
yes
So how can it be vowel? Because vowels do not carry signs.
okay
So it is going to be.
a consonant
So how will you say it?
is it quiet
Look at the sign over it. It is Hamza. How do you pronounce Hamza?
A
Okay. And if there's a kasra, how will you pronounce Hamza?
E
If it's fatha, how will you pronounce Hamza?
A
But does it have any fatha?
no it doesn't have
So it is a sukoon.
it's a سكون so
So it's a break of a vowel. Remember? So it's not iqra, it's iq,
اقرأ
ra.
اقرأ
Yes, because it's Hamza. If there was fatha, it would have been iqra'a, iqra'a. But if there's kasra, it would have been iqra'i. If there's dhamma, it would have been iqra'u. But since there's nothing and there's a sukoon sign, then it's just like a tip of a. Iqra, iqra.
اقرأ
Good, fantastic.
اقرأ
Yes. Now,
it's a ba
yes,
with the kasra
yes. How do you pronounce it?
B
B, fantastic. And then
Sin
okay,
Mim
yes,
with a kasra
yes, fantastic. So how will you say it?
Bismi
Yes. So if you look here, remember this is very important. This is a very common mistake which many students do. So when we write like this, bismi, many people they say bi-ismi. Like they pronounce like bi-ismi, iqra bi-ismi. That is wrong. Why? Because there is no hamza on it. There is no hamza. There's a sign, a small sad. Whenever this sign is, you cancel the alif and you connect this with this. So it becomes bis. How will you say it, my son?
Bismi
Bismi. So this will go. Just go back to my video. This is a very important sign and I explained about it. And this is a very common mistake which a lot of beginners do. That they say iqra bi ismi rabbika, iqra bi ismi. So no, iqra bismi. Yes, I see alif, but this is cancelled alif. This was written in the calligraphy in Arabic language, but not pronounced because of this. There's a sign which tells you not to pronounce this alif. Whenever you see alif and there's a small sad type of sound, just cancel it. Okay? So, اقرأ باسمه.
اقرأ باسمه.
Okay?
را.
Good.
Ba with the kasra.
Yes.
And
What else is there?
a sign above ba.
What sign is that?
I don't remember.
Okay, so it is advisable that on the same paper, let there be a small box where you write these signs, and like this sign, you write it. So whenever you get confused, what is this sign? You know that, oh, this sign means cancel the alif or cancel the alif or lam if there was shadda after it. So this means that just make a small key for these signs, like a strike above is a, short vowel, a strike below is e, a dhamma, a small kind of like wow, small wow, is like u. So we have long vowels 3 and short vowels 3. And then shadda, if you remember our previous sessions, shadda is double. So this is like 2 bars here. One will have the vowel sign, one will have the sukoon. How will you say it?
Rabbi ka.
Fantastic. Rab, the first ba doesn't have anything. So Rab. The second one, B. So Rabbi. So always whenever there's shadda, the first letter has the sukoon, implicit sukoon in it, embedded in the shadda. So Rabbi, Rabba, Rabbu. So whatever is on the sign, on the shadda, the second letter is going to take that sign. The first letter is always going to be sukoon. So yeah, perfect. Rabbika. Okay.
Alif.
Okay.
And there's a sign above.
Uh-huh.
So I will not pronounce it.
Perfect.
Alif. Lam.
Lam. Good.
With a sign above, it's a fatha, and then it was a shadda.
Shadda. Good.
So it should be
It's a double.
la.
Yes. Allah.
La. Za.
Not za. Look at the faucet.
And
Yes,
dal.
the, that with the
Dal.
tongue out.
Dal.
Dhal, yeah.
Alladhi.
Alladhi. Now, remember this one. They asked this question, same about this sign. So, this is how it looks like. Okay, so Rabbika. This will go because there is a sign here. Now, many say, okay, there's a shadda after this. No, the lam will not go. The lam will go if the shadda was on the after lam letter, post lam letter. Post lam letter here, we don't have a shadda, sorry. It's just a da. So that means this lam has to be pronounced. And this lam is double lam. So whenever we have this sign, we said we connect. We remove the alif and we connect the pre-alif with post-alif. So this will become Rabbikalladhi. Rabbikal. Remember there are 2 lam. One lam is silent, another lam as a fatha. So Rabbikalladhi. You got it?
Rabbikalladhi.
Good. So we connect the pre-alif with the post. So this small sad is a very important sign. You don't find this in the Urdu script Quran. You will find this in Arabic script Quran. In Urdu script Quran, they have a different way they manage. But we focus on this because when you go to Makkah, Medina, many countries, you will not find, you may find a few copies of Urdu script Quran. Most of the script Quran is like the Saudi Arabians Arab script. So it's good to get familiarized with the way that Quran is a standard Quran. But then Indo-Pakistanis, they have simplified the writing so that those who do not know these signs, they can read it. But it's always, we focus on the standard Quran. Okay? So then Rabbika alladhi.
And then there's like an S shape.
And what is this S shape? Like a duck, remember from our previous one?
Duck. Is it a ya?
Yeah.
So should that be alladhi?
A long vowel. So kasra, after it is a ya. So alladhi. So it's a vowel.
Alladhi.
Yes.
And then there's a ha.
No.
It's a ha with an fatha. So it's gonna be kha.
Yes.
And then lam
Yes.
with a fatha. So
Yes.
it's la,
Yes.
khala, khala.
Yes.
And then there's a fa, maybe?
No. No. Look at it. Look at it. You can take your time. You're learning. It's okay.
Qa
Yes. Fantastic.
with the fatha.
Yes.
So it's qa,
Yes.
khalaqa.
Yes. Now I want you to read the ayat back again.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك ربك الذي
Fantastic connection.
ربك الذي خلق
Khala.
خلق
Khala.
خلق.
Good. Now, in the art of recitation of the Quran, when you stop, you make this last letter with the sukoon. Okay? So, you said khalaq. Good. But I wanted to hear the vowel signs since you are a beginner. This is just stage 1 reader. He struggles a lot. My job was to tell him no and give him a few reminders and few explanations. He or she has to learn by themselves. This is a task. I want them to look every time. They will be searching for the letter. They are actually memorizing indirectly. Indirectly, they are memorizing themselves. If I'll tell them go and memorize, they will come and they'll forget. But while they are doing a task and they are trying to memorize during the task, my beloved son here, he will try not to make the same mistake again because he got familiarized with this letter. So this is stage 1. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina wa nabina Muhammadin wa ala alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. Now let's take stage 2. Now stage 2, same problems are happening, same errors are happening, but the speed of the recitation is a bit faster. There is an improvement. Because every time he looks at the paper, comes back. He looks at the paper, comes back. This looking and coming back allowed him to get the grasp of so many letters and so many forms. But still, there's a problem. Now in this stage, if it's more than 3 letters word or 4 letters word, here a break happens and a guy gets stuck. It's easy. I'm not going to teach him. He's going to get letter by letter. When you get stuck on a letter, a word which is more than 4 letters, you break it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then try to connect 2 letters, 3 letters, and then It will take 1 minute or maybe 2 minutes for you, but you have to do it by your own and try to figure out. We are going to continue Surah Iqra, but from ayat number 5. You know the numbers of the ayat are at the end.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم علم
Nay?
علم.
Yes, you said it right in the beginning. Why? Because there is a...
A sign above.
What is the sign we call it?
Sukun.
No, it is
Shadda.
Shadda. Shadda. Even look at the sound, like heavy. Shadda. Like that, two da. Shadda. So it's like doubling. Whenever you have this W, remember. W, that is Shadda. That means Shadda. So these two have become like one, and there's the sign of Shadda. So first one has a sukoon, second one has a dal. So just remember this W is Shadda.
So after that there's a alif.
Yes, and what is the sign of that alif?
Sukun.
It's not a sukoon, it is that
Shad.
cancellation sign. Remember the
So-
small sad?
Sad.
Yes.
So it's not going to be any sound.
Yes, excellent. So then we are going to cancel. Now look at after lam. Does it have any shadda or not?
There's no shadda.
Okay, so it looks like this. So we have allama, and then we have lam after alif, and then we have kasra with the alif. So how will you do that?
Allamal.
Excellent. This goes away, and this is connected. Ma is connected with lam. Allamal.
Allamal. Alif with a kasra.
Yes.
Ba.
No.
Noon.
Yes. The ba. Remember, ba bottom. The dot on the ba bottom. Ba bottom. B bottom. Okay.
So it's going to be in.
Yes.
Then there's a sin with
Yes.
with the a sound.
Yes.
In.
And that a sound.
There's another like it looks like an alif afterwards.
Yeah, that's a small alif. So usually, like that small alif is replaced, because the way I wrote it, I wrote al-insan in a regular calligraphy. But the Quranic calligraphy, they write this small tiny alif. You see? That small tiny alif. So that is what? Al-in?
Insan.
Yeah. So there's a long vowel. This-
Insana.
Yes. So insana, correct. So allamal,
Allamal insana.
yes.
Ma ma la
Good.
meme without any vowel.
So it's going to be the tip of the letter.
Malam
No, a long vowel.
ma
Yes.
lam
Ma.
malam.
No. Then the long vowel is only with
With lam. With meme.
with meme. Excellent. So ma.
Ma.
And then the second one doesn't have any long vowel. Do you see any long vowel?
No.
So it will be
Malam.
no, not lam. When you say lam, that is a long vowel.
Mala. Mala.
Ma.
La.
And what is after la?
Meme.
So
Malam.
good. Short.
Malam.
Yes. Ma lam.
Ya.
Good, good.
It's a ya with fatha. So ya.
Okay,
And then there's an ayn
good.
with a sign above.
Uh-huh.
Ya.
Yes, yeah.
So
So it's a tip of the letter. Yeah. It's not a, it's not ya'a, it's not ya'u, it's not ya'i. It's ya.
Ya.
There's no vowel. It's just a tip of the letter, tip of the sound.
So ya la ya lam
Good. يعلم. علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. Then, next ayat.
kalla
Good. كلا, because there's a shadda of the lam.
kalla innal because it's
Yes.
with the
Alif is gone, so pre-alif is connected with the post-alif.
I put it here.
Yes.
Innal insa. It's the same alif there.
Yes, excellent. The small alif, tiny alif.
Insana.
Good.
Innal insana.
Good.
And then la yatagh.
Is there any vowel sign on ta?
La yatgha.
Gha. There is a mad at the end. So that mad makes it long. And this is not ya. Whenever you have a small alif on the ya, then it is a. Layat.
La yatgha.
Good. Layat gha. Perfect. And then? Nay.
An.
Yes.
Ra. Then there's a hamza with a fatha.
Okay, so how will you, like these are some of the complicated things. If you're able to go through it, that will be fantastic. Go letter by letter. Don't rush. Don't judge the word before reading it. Many of the students, they just think that the word is like this and they judge the word. No, don't judge the word. Go slowly, letter by letter, and then tell me what is it.
It's hamza, so it should be an a sound.
Okay.
And then there's an alif afterwards, so there should be maybe...
Does it have a sign or an alif?
No, but afterwards there's a ha, I believe.
Yes. So if you look in the faucet, it's a ha. It's in the paper. Good. Okay, that's a ha.
With a dhamma
Yes.
over it.
So how will you say it?
So it should be in...
Nay.
an ra ahu.
Is that alif a consonant or a vowel?
Consonant.
Does it have a sign on it?
On the hamza?
On the alif?
No, it doesn't have anything.
So how can it be consonant if there is no sign on it?
So it should be pronounced as a vowel then.
So it's a continuation of the sign of the hamza.
Elongation?
Yes. So that's a long vowel.
Okay.
So?
An ra ahu.
Perfect. Repeat it.
Ra ahu.
Good.
Ra ahu.
Yes. Now the next word.
Ra ahul.
No.
Ra ahu.
Ra'ahu.
Ra ahu. There is an alif with sad.
Yes. So you are going to
Remove it.
cancel that. Cancellation of alif.
Yeah.
So, and you are going to connect the pre-alif with the post-alif. So how will it become?
Anna.
An.
An ra ahu.
Long vowel.
Ra ahu.
Connected. Ra'ahu. What is after alif?
Ra ahu.
Ra'ahus. Okay, now until Ra'ahus, we are good. Now let's see Ra'ahus.
Ra'us.
Ra'ahus.
Ra'ahus. Tagh.
Yes, yes.
Taghna.
long vowel at the end.
تغنى.
Yes. أن رآه استغنى.
أن رآه استغنى.
So now we are going to take the stage 3. In stage 3, the speed is a bit faster. Now, faster doesn't mean أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم. That's not that's not even stage 8 or 10. What I'm trying to say is that a little bit speed is getting better. Okay, and one day, inshallah, it's going to be that you are going to be an excellent reciter of the Quran. But it has to start from these stages. Okay, and continuous looking at the words of the Quran on regular basis every day. So let's see how our beloved students is going to read. We are going to now read ayat 15 and 16. 15 and 16. Okay, let's start.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كلا لا لئن
Yes.
لم ينتهي
Good.
ينتحل
No.
ينتحي.
Why did you connect?
It should not be connected.
No, because they both have their vowels. So whenever there's vowel, they are recited in connection, but not like as one word. Not like that alif of cancellation. When alif of cancellation, the two words become like one word.
ينتحي.
Yes?
لنس.
No?
للناس.
Yes.
لنس. There's like a meme.
Yes. So that small meme is the nunation meme. Like in this letter, you will find this small meme many times at the end on the alif or on the noon. So this one is لنس فعن لنسفعن بال. So I'm not going to read this because you have to read this one. But what I'm trying to say here is that whenever you have this double noon, لنسفعن, remember that double sound means like this is an, means that this one of them is silent noon. So an. So this doubling is noon. Now whenever in Arabic language the noon and the ba is combined, the noon sound becomes meme. Meme. So that's why they write small meme on that. So you don't pronounce lanasfa'an, you pronounce lanasfa'am, because there is ba. Lanasfa'am bin nasi. Lanasfa'am. Lanasfa'am. B. Am. Like Ahmad bin Hanbal. This is Hanbal. But noon with ba, they become meme. Hanbal. Okay? Even in English, if you say, you can't say Hanbal. If you say it as one word, this will become like M. Hanbal. Okay? Hanbal. You can't say Hanbal. It's heavy. Because meme and ba, they are very close to the location of the sound. Okay? But now these are art of recitation. Like when I say, don't say, you are not going to end up into the hellfire or something like that. Okay? It's just like an art of recitation. Yes, you can take. Yes. So it's an art of recitation. Okay? If you mess up in art of recitation, it's not a big deal. This is tajweed. In tajweed, there are very few rules which are obligatory. Most of the rules of tajweed are recommended. It adds, like icing on the cake, it adds beauty over the recitation of the Quran. Inshallah, once we finish these sessions, we are going to start tajweed sessions, and you will have more idea about these kind of things. So this is related to tajweed. If you say لَنَسْفَعًا بِالنَّاصِيَةِ, I will accept it at this level. Okay? But once we study tajweed, then you will have to say, like you will have to, not as an obligatory, as a recommended, you'll have to. لَنَسْفَعًا بِالنَّاصِيَةِ. It's an art of recitation. And since the meme is mentioned in the Quran, so even if you don't know the tajweed, the rules of tajweed, you can just pronounce it. لَنَسْفَعًا بِالنَّاصِيَةِ. لَنَسْفَعًا. Okay. Let's continue.
لنسفعًا بالناصية.
No.
لأسفعني.
لَنَسْفَعًا.
لنسفعًا بالناصية. ناصية.
Yes, ناصية. So here, not ناصية. ناصي.
ناصي.
Yes.
Yati.
Yati. There's a
Yati.
ya, there's a fath on the ya. But you made a mistake. Let's go back. لَنَسْفَعًا.
لنسفعًا بالناس.
Okay, you shouldn't say بالناصية. Remember the moon letters and the sun letters?
Oh, yes, yeah.
So, because the noon has a shadda, you see? So, and then this both will go. Alif of removal will take the lam with it. Why? Because there's a shadda after the lam. So, bin nasiyati. Bin nasiyati. And the sad, many times people, they make the sound of seen. It's okay, many people, they can't pronounce it properly, but they will have to try. Because sad is, as I mentioned, like saw, like sad. And seen has a C sound. So this is like a C sound. This is like a sad. So that's sad is like sad. Sauce, like sauce. Like sauce, tomato sauce, those kind of sauces. So saw. You can feel the saw. You can feel the C, saw. So that was one sound problem. And then this shadda, alif and lam, they both go away if there is a shadda after lam and this alif of cancellation was there. So let nasfa'an bin nasiya. Can you say it again?
لنسفعًا بالناصية.
Okay, next line.
ناصي.
Yes, nasi.
ناصية.
Yes, it's a long vowel.
كاذبة.
Yes, but you don't have to stretch the V. The long vowel is for kaf.
كاذبة.
Good. كاذبة.
كاذبة.
Good.
خادي.
No, it's not va.
خاتي.
Yes.
Atin.
Good. So, as you saw that the speed was a bit faster, but still there was a complication between ta and va, sin and sad, these kind of things. This some of the tajweed signs, okay, you are not familiar with, that might be a struggle, like lanasfa'am bin nasiya. Again, the sun letter, moon letter kind of thing. These things are normal, but as you practice, you are going to get over with it. So don't give up hope. So inshallah, we're going to take now the stage 4. In this stage 4, again, we're going to practice more. This is all, if you want to learn the Quran, it's all about practice, practice, practice. Read in front of a teacher. Tell the teacher, don't correct me. Let me know where I made a mistake. And let me find out by myself what the mistake was. Let me look at the paper. Where did I go wrong? Was I wrong in pronunciation of the letter? Or recognizing the letter? Or was I wrong in the vowel of the letter? Or in the shadda? Or in the tanween? Long vowel, short vowel? Let him give you a direction rather than just spoon feeding you. No, it is this letter, read this, read that. You will learn. It's a slow process according to my experience. Now different teachers have different experience, okay, so that also is respected. But according to my experience, the best way I have seen working out is to let the people learn by themselves, guide them, direct them, facilitate them. So I'm just a facilitator, and then the rest is up to you to learn. So we are going to continue this last ayat of Surah Iqra. So your homework will be, try to practice Surah Iqra, because Surah Iqra has different forms, different. So once you get the hang of Surah Iqra, you can read properly, then move to another surah. At the end of Surah Iqra, Surah Al-Alaq, there is an obligatory sujood, prostration. There are 4 obligatory sujood. Now, let me tell you, I'm talking about certain jurisprudence. Now, Muslims around the world, they have different fiqh. The school of Ahlul Bayt, school of Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi salam, school of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, school of... So different madaris of fiqh, they have different rules. So just check out with regards to this obligatory sujood, what does your fiqh say? So that you know that you are not going against the Islamic law with regards to the prostration when hearing or reciting or listening to the ayat of the Quran which has the sujood. Okay, so let's start.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سندع الزبانية.
Okay, so now is there anything you would consider like connection, 2 words connecting together?
Maybe between سندع
Yes?
and za.
Yes.
Za.
What will you remove here?
I will remove alif because za has a
Shadda.
shadda.
So you will remove
Alif and lam.
alif and lam. Exactly. So basically, it is like this. Sanad. Oh. So there is a za and there is a shadda. So this both will go away. Sanad'u zabaniya. So this they both will go away. Why lam will go here? Because there's a shadda after lam. It's a sun letter. So we said whenever we have sun letter, we are going to remove alif or lam together and connect the pre-alif to the post-lam. Pre-alif to the post-lam. That is going to be the connection. And he did this. سندعو الزبانية. سندعو الزبانية. Okay, continue.
سندع الزبانية.
Okay, once more.
سندع الزبانية.
So as you can see that still there's struggle, but now he's able to recite long words. Like these 2 words are like one long word, and he's able to recite it connected. Like 2 words has become like one long word. So this is the last stage where long words are easily recited. Obviously it will take some time. There is a struggling. You can feel the struggle. Still the struggle is there, but it's more faster in pace. Okay?
Next one.
Yes, the last one. Be ready for the sujood.
كلا لا تطيعه واسجد واقترب.
Okay. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar. La ilaha illallah. Okay, so any dhikr you can do, dhikr of Allah in the sujood. And we will end with Sadaqallahul
Sadaqallahu al-aliyyul azim.
Sadaqallahu al-aliyyul azim. Thank you so much. This was the part 3. Please go through it. Go through the part 1 again, 2, 3. Let me know if you need more of like these sessions. But I think I've given you enough guidelines. If you just look at the procedure, the process, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. So if you are in stage 1, work hard to be in stage 2. If you are in stage 2, work harder to be in stage 3. So it's upon you. And please, most important, do not leave reading the Quran, even one word, if not one line, one word. Why? Shaitan does not want you to read the Quran. That's a fact. That's a fact. So many places Quran indicates that. So just kick him with slap him with an A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem, stone him with an A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem, say 7 times A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem, like pelting 7 stones. When we go to Hajj, we throw 7 stones. These 7 stones are A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem, A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem, A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem. You will feel the thoughts of shaitan fading away from your mind, and you will have more interest in reciting Quran. It's not just reciting Quran. Anywhere you have satanic thoughts, problematic thoughts, evil thoughts, just start reciting 7 times A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem. You will feel that Allah is cleaning the shaitan away from your mind. Your thoughts are becoming cleaner. And there is a small packet of 7 pills in the Quran, which is Surah An-Nas. So if we include Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim with it, because it's one of the greatest ayat in the Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ مَلِكِ النَّاسِ إِلَهِ النَّاسِ مِنْ شَرِّ الْوَسْوَاسِ الْخَنَّاسِ الَّذِي يُوَسْوِسُ فِي صُدُورِ النَّاسِ مِنَ الْجِنَّةِ وَالنَّاسِ. So 7 stones, 7 ayat, we pelt the shaitan. So please, don't leave reading the Quran, reciting the Quran every day, at least 1 word. You will forget it. If you stop 1 day, it will cost you lots of preparation, lots of efforts you have kept. So please do not stop reading the Quran. Do not stop reciting the Quran. And I conclude with the hadith I started with. خَيْرُكُمْ مَنْ تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَهُ. Our beloved Prophet ﷺ said, the best amongst you is the one who learns the Quran and teaches others. So please learn and teach. Thank you so much. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين.
Allahumma